I have a question for you. What are your RPG limits? What topics, genres, settings are too much for you? They are out of your comfort zone, and you really can't see yourself ever running a game with those topics or in that setting. Maybe a system would be in there too, depending on how the system is described and the elements of it are, designed. But yeah, what are your limits? When I sit down to a session, at least before, I think, let's say 5 years ago, I would kind of run the session in a no holds barred sort of way. I would make sure that wherever the game went, I would be willing to go there, even if it was out of my comfort zone. And most of the time that worked well. A couple times I would think I went a little too far, and I dealt with things and topics that it's not like I feel guilty about it because they were learning experiences, and I kind of figured out where my comfort zone is, but at the same time I don't really want to go there again. I talked a little bit a long time ago about a video of Assassin X that I ran, which is a free 24-hour RPG that was made, in that amount of time. And there really isn't much system there. There's enough to get you going and kind of do what you need to do, I guess. But it's not real crunchy. So it's mainly the idea that I got from that game was running a family of serial killers, where every single member of the family is a character, and they go around killing people. And I think I ran it like 3 years in a row at the midnight slot at my local convention in Pittsburgh, GasCon. And the first year I ran it, I really didn't realize how intense it was going to be. And a table that was right beside us got up and moved. So we were dealing with topics that they really didn't want to hear, just even like eavesdropping. And after that, I realized, it has to be like in a separate room all to itself, sort of secretive, and yeah. So part of me kind of enjoyed it, I guess, stretching those boundaries and running things that you normally wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Topics like just some things that we dealt with that I'm not comfortable with anymore. Rape, violence against children, some very graphic torture scenes and so forth. Some of that I'll still get into at times, but it's not what the whole session is devoted to, and that's what my Assassin X games were like. So it was a bit much. So some of my limits, they were sort of very fuzzy on the outside, and now they're sort of building up walls around me a little bit in some areas. I still run some like out there sessions. Like I ran my Shadow Children one shot, which dealt with child abuse and things. But yeah, I'll still deal with topics if I think that it kind of shines a light on perhaps an issue that can benefit from that. Maybe something that has happened to people around, and just sort of messing with it in a game and sort of like a safe environment can maybe help do some good in some fashion. I'm not sure, but yeah. So this can be like you can do video responses to this if you want. What are your RPG limits? What won't you do? What settings won't you play in? What systems won't you use? And tell me why. Why have you set those limits? Do you think you could ever run games with those topics in the future, in like the right situation or with the right players maybe? I'd be interested to learn. So yeah, I'll put it out to everyone out there. I'd like to hear, where do you draw the line? Where have you built your barriers around yourself, and why? Why have you done that? Probably for good reasons, but I'd like to hear. So yeah, there you go. I'll talk to you later.